We run nitrogen on our corn planter, so we have these 360 Yield Center saddle tanks. These guys came out with these tanks 2 or 3 years ago. We actually have a demo set of tanks right there that we ran, some of the original ones they designed. We critiqued them and let them know what we liked and what we didn't like, and then they fixed all those issues and put this set out on the market, and they sent us a nice new set after they had the final product. Those tanks are pretty awesome. Tractor carries the weight really well. It makes the tractor pretty narrow. A lot of tractors have these saddle tanks that mount on the side outside the dual wheels, and the tractor's so wide you can't make it down the road. So really like the saddle tanks, but the nitrogen will go down through that yellow tube under the tractor, down the tongue, and around to a pump that we have on the back of the planter. This pump is ground driven, so whenever we set the planter down, this small tire will run down and it will sit on top of that tire. And so as we go across the field, it spins the tire, runs the pump, and we can adjust the rate of nitrogen with the sprockets up there. So works pretty well. It's a pretty good system. We're going to test it here in just a second. Make sure that all my nozzles are spraying right, don't have any plug nozzles. The nitrogen will shoot out these 2 tubes. So the corn seed comes out right in the center, and then we shoot a stream of nitrogen about 2 to 3 inches on each side of the corn seed. That way, as soon as that plant comes up, it's got immediate nitrogen available and it can take off and grow. Okay, so now I'm going to spin this wheel. Hopefully we'll see water. I got water in the tanks right now, so don't worry. Hopefully we'll see water shoot out all these nozzles. And I think I forgot to winterize this system last year, so hopefully nothing's busted. We'll see. So after you run your pump, you can go down, check and make sure all your nozzles are spraying. That row right there is not doing anything. I actually got several rows that aren't doing anything, so I got my work cut out for me today. But this system right here is a red ball system. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little orange ball in the bottom of that. Each one of those little chambers represents a row, and whenever there is flow on that row, golly, I'm spitting bars here. Whenever there's flow on that row, that ball will float and you can see it from the cab. This system's a little bit screwy. We can't see it from the driver's seat. So we actually have a Bluetooth system where there's a magnet in that ball, and it will tell us if that ball is floating or not, and it Bluetooths to an iPad in the tractor. So I actually just check my nitrogen flow for each row on the iPad. So it works. We got one set up over here for 16 rows, and we got another set up over here for 16 rows. And that's pretty much how our nitrogen system works. Pretty simple, kind of basic, but it does a good job. Found out why my nozzles aren't all spraying right. I forgot we had done some testing on this planter after we finished with it, and we did not run any water or nitrogen through this system when we were testing. And so that allows mud and dirt to get in the hole, and then it sets up. So that's not bad. You just got to pull out all your hoses, poke a wire through there, and then shoot some fresh water in. Good news is I think I dodged a bullet on not winterizing, because I haven't found anything busted.